So today, we're just starting with a couple top 20s, and we started with this one. Student has figured out that we need to get this square root of 8 replaced with a 2 root 2. Now, student number, let's just pick on a random kid. Oh, I can't find my dice of destiny. All right, I guess I'll just go with a volunteer. Who wants to take it over from there so she doesn't have to do the whole thing? Yes?
We're still the second problem?
Yep, let's finish this one.
You just simplify it all by 2, so you take 2 out of it.
All right, 2 comes out. Why not an 8? A lot of people would cancel that 8, and they'd be wrong, because that doesn't have an 8 in both parts up here. So you can only take out a 2. So then I have -4 plus and minus root 2 all over 8. But even better than 8, what do you think I should put there?
4.
Not just a 4. That would have gotten you a wrong answer. A 2 times 4. You always want to replace like with like. 8 replaces with 2 times 4. Because now I can cancel the 2's. You can't just replace it with a 4. Otherwise, do you get what I mean?
Well, yeah,
I know you, but you were going to leave a 2 on the top. But I'm just saying, replace the 8 with a 2 times 4. All right. Then, here's your final answer. There's your final answer. All right. Milan, do you have this other one done?
Yeah.
And how did you start that one?
So you just multiply everything by 9 and 3.
All right. Even faster this time. I know I usually don't like to make exceptions. You can just multiply by 9. Weirdly, this one would work to just multiply by 9. Now, I'm not saying it'd be better. I'm just saying you could. That one will cancel that one. And the cool thing about 9 is it really could be written as a 3 times 3. And so it would cancel that one. And so that's just a little faster. And it's all about speed today because most of you by now have gotten the top 20 down. And it's just about doing it at a reasonable pace. All right. And then from there, if you can't solve that, I probably can't help you much. All right. So from here, do you have any more that you want help with? The fast way to do whatever. Zoe?
Why would you multiply 2 times 9 times 3?
2 times 9 times 3. All right. I chose to just multiply everything by 9 this time.
Okay.
Could you have you multiplied everything by 9 and 3? Yeah, but look, my numbers would be 3 times bigger then, wouldn't they? So it's just a little better. And I'm just trying to do it like, you don't have to multiply both the 3 and the 9 if one of the 2 of them happens to work like this. All right. So are there any others that you would like to see done? Okay. Are you sure? Because if you're about to get it wrong, that's really dumb. Get the last one figured out. Yes?
We're going to do question 3 on the work.
Please, read me number 3.
It's solve 21x squared minus 15x minus 6 equals 0.
Happy to help. So I would look at these and go, they all have a 3 in them. And then I'd factor out the 3. And then I got 7x squared minus 5x minus 2. And then I would assume, because I'm on the top 20, that this will factor again. Even if I was on the ACT, if I can factor it, I should. So I'd try to factor it. Because then I can get the roots, the zeros, the x-intercepts, the solutions. So then I'd go 3-step process, 7x and x. And then, careful on this one, Josh. Can you tell me, for sure there's 1 negative in it. Is it 2 negatives or 1 negative for the signs? 1 negative. Because if I had 2 negatives, this would have come out positive, right? So it can't be that. It has to be 1 negative, 1 positive. And then last but not least, you got to put in numbers that make a 2. So this has to be a 2 and a 1. Okay. Now, is that exactly the right answer? I doubt it, because I just have a 50-50 chance that I put them in the right spots. So then I got to check. Outside, inside. So that's 14x and a minus 1x. And 14x minus 1x, that doesn't even get close to 5. So if you're not even close, you switch the numbers around. If you had been the opposite of what you wanted, then you'd switch the signs around. All right, so now I'm going to try it again. Now my outside ones give me 7x and my inside negative 2x. Does that make 5x? No, it makes negative 5x. Ooh, yeah, the opposite of what I wanted. So you change the signs. The minus becomes a plus, the plus becomes a minus, and there, finally, I'm done. I want to show you one more way to do this fast. From here, you're trying to figure out what makes it 0. So I would just write the number right on top of this and go, 1 here makes it 0, and I want a 7 here to cancel the 7, and I want a 2 here, but it has to cancel this other 2, so it should be a negative 2. See how I got the negative 2/7 pretty quick? That's the fast way to do that. You can know that you want this and this to cancel, so the bottom one has to be a 7, the other one has to be a 2, and then you need them to be the opposite sign. Negative 2/7 and 1. Okay, any other one that you'd like to see done? Maybe you just want to know the fast way. A lot of kids in first hour asked me about the fast way to do this, the fast way to do that. Man, they were locked in on wanting to set the record, and one of them did. He set the all-time record. I've been doing top 20s for like 7 years now. It's kind of ludicrous. He got it done in 4 minutes and 23 seconds with a perfect paper. 4 minutes, 23 seconds. Perfect paper. Okay, that's definitely gifted. But I have had multiple kids show me a 6 minutes today, which is 6 minutes getting the whole thing done with a perfect paper. Actually, a lot of them got like 19s, which is fine. 19 out of 20 is still an A. So I'm hoping that by now you are getting fluent with this. Do you get, this is the kind of thing you want to be like automatic with. That's why we do this, is so that these can be automatics. You don't screw up negatives. If you can just be automatic with it, you'll make far less mistakes and it will pay off. Now, don't be depressed because I'm never going to get 4.5 minutes. You know, like what if some kid had just set the world record in bench press, and like he's really strong. You're gonna be like, well, I'm gonna quit lifting weights now, cause I can never beat that kid. Well, that's stupid. You should be inspired by it. You should be like, dang, it could be done in 4.5 minutes. I should be able to do it in like at least 6 minutes, maybe 7. Because really, you should. If you really got this down, you should. And if you work at it, you will. And it'll pay off. All right. So let's see if, as any last questions, are you sure there isn't one more? Because I was hoping to do one more. All right, then we are ready. And just to clarify for the video for today, we are just trying to get really fluent at the basics. There is no new homework for tonight. I encourage you to look over and see if you're missing any missing work. You should do that instead. When we are done with the basic 20, the kids are going to grade it with a Schoology quiz that's on Schoology. So I want your desk cleared for now, but then when you're done, you're going to write your time on the test, because I'm going to have a clock running on the board. And then you're going to grade it with the Schoology quiz.